And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which stands for the children of your people. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time your people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. So everybody that is still spiritually dead is going to wake up, and some of them that sleep in the dust, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as stars forever and ever. But you, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, there stood other two, the one on this side of the bank of the river, and the other on that side of the bank of the river. And the one said to the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, how long shall it be to the end of these wonders? You know what I mean? Like, how long shall it be? And I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, and he held up his right hand and his left hand unto heaven, and swore by him that lived forever, that it shall be for a time, times and a half. So it's 3.5 of something. And when he shall have accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people, all these things shall be finished. So that has to happen first. Everything has to be scattered. And I heard, but I understood not. Then I said, O my Lord, what shall be the end of these things? And he said, Go your way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed till the time of the end. Many shall be purified. And in other words, let those who are evil still be evil, and let those who are righteous still be righteous. So just like go your way there, Daniel. Many shall be purified, made white, and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. This even goes with the ones that are in on the inside. There's some wise people that used to be wicked, and from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and the abomination that makes it desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days from the time that the daily sacrifice is taken away. Blessed is he that waits and comes to the 1,335th day. But go your way till the end, for you shall rest and stand in your lot at the end of the days. So from the time that my daily sacrifice was taken away, my daily sacrifice on earth, as it is in heaven, was Harold Camping. The daily sacrifice. Each day, he was on the air. Every single day. 6 days a week, and then he had his study on Sunday. So he was a daily sacrifice in my eyes. You know, Harold Camping Saints. So he was taken away in the flesh December 15th, 2013. But pretty much May 21st, 2011, he was basically silenced after that. And then he retired before October 21st, 2011. So Harold Camping passed away December 15, 2013. Not sure exactly what time he died, but I'll just go with the full day of the 15th, and starting from the 16th, 1290 days. From the time that the daily sacrifice taken away and the abomination of desolation set up to June 28th, 2017. "40 full years in this world." The 40th full birthday. From the time that my daily sacrifice was taken away. This is my daily sacrifice. Harold Camping. Not yours, Steve Fletcher. Okay? Mine. "And your children shall wander in the wilderness 40 years, and bear your whoredoms, until your carcasses be wasted in the wilderness. After the number of the days in which you search the land, even 40 days, each day for a year, shall you bear your iniquities, even 40 years, and ye shall know my breach of promise." And ye shall know my breach of promise. Let's go over here to Gematria and look up June 28th. We have the god Zodiac and Amphiuchus and Jack and Mary Magdalene. There's Mary, my wife, and then Unstoppable. Alright, there you go. Unstoppable. Oh wait, Prophet Moses also, and Triumphant. It's even the Alos Mosque. Blessed is he who waits the 1335th day. June 28, 2017. 1335. And no, this doesn't mean anything at all. I don't even, what's going to happen on February 22nd, 2021? I don't know. But Steve did always say that nothing's going to happen until 2021, right? 2021. Now, at this point, there's an obvious change in the world. But see, you see how it's like February 22nd, 2021? That's like 222, and there's this Rapture King, right? That goes by. Well, let me show you. Well, there he is. There he is, Steve Fletcher 222. Remember that video about him and Harold Camping, like they're boys and everything? Steve Fletcher 222, 2021. Remember May 21st, 2011? Well, I sure do. There was a time to be nourished for 1260 days. November 1st, 2014. Isn't that Saint All Saints Day? Yeah. It was a blessing to wait 1335 days from All Saints Day, because it was June 28th, my 41st birthday. So it was a blessing to wait, because I enjoyed my birthday on that day. Right? Was that 41? No, 40. Hold on. No, 42. Hold on. I'm 43 now. Okay. Yeah, so that was my 42nd birthday. My 41st full birthday. All right. So it's a blessing to wait at that point. And then, I ate my cake. I had my cake and I ate it too on June 28th, 2018.
When Elisha was elected to be Elijah's successor, Elisha was a regular man with a regular business/job. He had 24 oxen, which is a sizable amount of oxen if you can think about that. And he had a field which he was plowing. So he had some property, it looks like, in a business, and he liked labor because he had his hand on the plow. And he had, so that 24 oxen is 12 yoke of oxen, and he was working with the 12th yoke. Okay, the final yoke of oxen he was working with, and when he was tapped, or the mantle was thrown on him by Elijah, I believe he sacrificed the animals. Sacrificing, anytime you kill an animal, basically it's like a sacrifice, basically. And he boiled the flesh for the people to eat. And Elijah threw his mantle on him to appoint him as a successor, but Elisha didn't receive the power, the double portion spirit of Elijah, until he saw Elijah go up into the whirlwind. That's something to note and to think about. Elisha's second miracle was to curse the mocking youth in the name of Yahweh. And when he did this, 2 she-bears were summoned, which came out of the forest, killed 42 of the youth, just as the 2 witnesses in Daniel will come to the earth and destroy with plagues and no rain for 42 months.
Yeah, I couldn't get my double portion until Harold Camping went up to heaven in a whirlwind. Then I had to wait like 1,290 days until I can have my 40th full birthday party. Then after that, I can guarantee you it's going to be a blessing to wait 1,335 days until I get the Steve Fletcher 222 2021. And that's, what is that? When's your birthday, Steve? The other Stephen James. Your birthday is February 18th, right? So is that like 3.5 days from your birthday? Is that like 3, and depending on when you were born? Because I was born 11:30 at night, and there was like a half hour until there was like silence until it was noon, and then, but I don't know what time you were born there, Steve. What did you have your time? Yeah, you did. You put your time born in Gematria, right? So I was just wondering, like, what was it about 2021 and your birthday? You know, like your 54th birthday, like Studio 54. I was just wondering what was actually going to happen in 2021. I forgot what you said.
Elijah threw his mantle on him to appoint him as a successor, but Elisha didn't receive the power, the double portion spirit of Elijah, until he saw Elijah go up into the whirlwind. That's something to note and to think about. Elisha saw Elijah go up into the whirlwind. That's something to note and to think about. And when he did this, 2 she-bears were summoned, which came out of the forest, killed 42 of the youth, just as the 2 witnesses in Daniel will come to the earth and destroy with plagues and no rain for 42 months.
For 42 full years. Now, 42 full years for me, it took me 42 full years to finally recognize my vanity and my sin, something that was holding me back, something that my flesh lusted after.
So it's like I'm trading it in. I'm just not getting anything new. You know, I'm walking home actually. So
Now you're walking. How's that feel, huh, stupid?
It's time to let go. Now I can move on.
Just as the two witnesses in Daniel will come to the earth and destroy with plagues and no rain for 42 months.
Yeah, you know, Christ and Satan, the two witnesses.
There are many more types of prophecies of Elijah and Elisha, which will probably be fulfilled again in some sort of type during the day of Yahweh. That's in the future. Don't know for sure. It's my best understanding. So besides Elijah and Elisha, okay, both of their works are very important. John the Baptist is another Elijah type, and he came in the spirit of Elijah, as Yeshua said. We'll get into that scripture. John was a Zadok priest. His father served in the temple, and he was of the tribe of Levi. John ate locust and wild honey, so he ate clean, and he didn't drink wine or strong drink, according to Luke chapter 1, verse 15. He was filled with the Ruach HaKodesh from birth. He wore camel's wool, camel's hair, which is like a woven fabric. They have it in Egypt. They still use camel's hair. It's very popular in Egypt. It's like a wool. And he also had a leather girdle, maybe similar to, if not, Elijah's leather girdle, and possibly mantle. We don't know. Didn't give us that information, but he had a leather girdle just like Elijah did. Yeshua called John the Baptist the greatest of the prophets to date. In Luke chapter 7, verse 28, for I say unto you, among those that are born of woman, there is not a greater prophet than John the Baptist. But he that is least in the kingdom of Elohim is greater than he.